America's Most Wanted won't be seen tonight. Stay tuned for a special presentation.
The darkness has me wondering, isn't anybody there? I feel like I am nothing, quite alone, all alone. Doesn't anybody care? Give me calling, hear me calling. I'm a voice in the night that you just don't seem to hear. Hear me calling, hear me calling. I'm a voice in the night that you just don't seem to hear. I'm a voice in the night that you just don't seem to hear.
Careful on the street, Aaron.
Okay, John.
Hello, I'm John Walsh, and welcome to our Smart Kids Special. The scenes you've just watched are frightening. Frightening because they're real for so many of our children, and the numbers are staggering. An estimated 100,000 children carry guns to school every day. An abused or neglected child's likelihood of being arrested is 53% greater than his peers. 90% of high school seniors have used alcohol, and 60% use alcohol, pot, or other drugs 2 to 3 times a week. Research shows that 89% of children that are physically or sexually abused are abused by someone the child knows, trusts, or loves. Quite a different world than the one most of us knew as children. We can't turn the clock back to those days, but we can strive to make childhood that wonderful learning, growing time that all children deserve. Now, this show's not just for kids, it's for the whole family. We're going to learn some of the dangers our children might face, and most importantly, we'll learn of what we can do to help prevent those dangers from occurring. To help me with these important messages on this Smart Kids Special, I'll be joined by a few of my friends, my celebrity co-hosts. From Beverly Hills 90210, Brian Austin Green. Rap artist and living singles, Queen Latifah will be here. From Martin, Tisha Campbell. And finally, America's first hearing-impaired comedian, Kathy Buckley, will add her insights. Coming up, Brian Austin Green reveals the dangers of kids with guns.
Fox Smart Kids is brought to you by Tylenol, the pain reliever hospitals use most.
100,000 students bring guns to school every day. School violence is up 38%, and school districts are spending millions installing metal detectors, hiring security forces, yet the numbers continue to climb. In a national survey of students in grades 6 through 12, 59% said they knew where they could get a gun if they needed one, and a third of those kids claimed they could get a gun in an hour. Bullets killed nearly 4,200 children in 1990. Now, these are round numbers that were given, but each one represents a life, a child, just like one of these guys right here. Did you know that firearms kills more teenagers than cancer, heart disease, AIDS, and all other biological diseases combined? And the numbers continue to grow. Why? What's happening with our kids and what's happening in our schools? Why do so many children feel they need to carry a gun? Well, we gathered a group of young people together to address these questions. Let's see what they've got to say.
My mom got robbed by a gunpoint, and I was right there with her, me and my brother.
I knew of a lot of people that had guns in their lockers, that brought guns to school.
For me, if I had a gun, it would be for protection.
We turned back and had a gun on his hand. We started running.
Not that I would ever use it.
There have been incidents at my school, like on the school bus, that people bring like guns. Maybe it's like their dad's gun or a gun at their house. And like they pull out the bag like, hey, look everybody. And we're supposed to be like amazed by them, like they're so good because they have a gun. And they play around, point it at people. And I think that they need to be aware of the fact that's not even funny.
Some of my friends have guns. They think it's like, yeah, I have a gun, I'm this, I'm that. I mean, I don't need a gun. I mean, I'm cool with everybody.
Like, he was a cool person, somebody you could come to and talk to, joke around with. He wasn't trying to be anything bigger than he was. He only wanted to be Demetrius.
His friend, one of his closest friends, his best friend, got shot at school.
And it was like, it was sad. It was like, not Demetrius. I mean, why Demetrius?
How would you feel if that stuff came out of your neighborhood?
It would seriously scare the hell out of me. I don't know how I'd handle it. Don't the metal detectors keep the guns off the campus?
Nope.
Not really.
Nope.
If you want to get a gun on campus, you can.
I've lost like 4 friends just within this year, since the year began. It's crazy. It's like, am I going next? I mean, you never know now. People are just dying like that.
If you knew a friend at school that had a gun, would you tell on them? I mean, that's a close friend.
Nope.
Even though you know that somebody might get hurt?
Nah, I would.
I mean, I would think about it a lot. I would tell, well, that person, you know what? Don't bring it back. It's not going to help you.
It's not only about him getting in trouble with other people's safety, but if you tell, you putting your own safety in trouble too at the same time.
Yeah, that's why it's a complicated situation.
You would think, you know, well, what will I do when I'm 30, or what will I be as a grandfather, or, you know, you think about things like how you would be later on in life. Now I think about how I'm gonna be tomorrow.
I had a little cousin who got his head blown off playing with guns. It's like, stuff like that. He was 15.
I'm walking home and I feel like someone's following me from behind. And I turn around and I see all these guys just like creeping up with like sticks and pipes and stuff. And I ran. If I owned a gun, or if my parents owned a gun, if there was a gun in my reach, I would have went back and used it, because at that, when something happens like that, you're not thinking about everything right at the point. All you're thinking is, my life's in danger, I'm going to get him. And that's what prevents me from even trying to own a gun, because I know I'm going to end up using it if I have it.
I mean, I'm scared to death of guns. I never go close to them. I see one, it's like the other way. I hate guns, man. But what's the point? I mean, there's no point in taking somebody's life over anything.
I think I should have a gun, but then again, I don't need a gun because it leads to trouble, and I don't need trouble right now.
You don't mean to kill someone, but you do. And what can you say to that parent or to their family? It's like a horrible thing to lose someone that's close to you. And I know how that feels. And there's nothing that you can do, because you can never bring them back. Never.
Kids with guns is not just a problem faced in inner city schools. It's everywhere. By the time a kid is confronted with a gun, it's already too late. We need to teach our kids to resolve their conflicts in non-confrontational manners. We must try to help them deal with peer pressure and advise them on avoiding dangerous and life-threatening situations. And we got to help them learn how to deal with anger. On October 23, 1994, President Clinton signed an executive order requiring school districts to expel any kid for at least a year who's caught bringing a gun to school. Now there's the STAR program. Developed by the Center for the Prevention of Handgun Violence, STAR is the nation's first comprehensive gun violence prevention program for administrators, teachers, students, and parents. Find out if your school district has implemented STAR. And if you're a kid with a gun and you'd like to get rid of it, please contact your local police and ask about their buyback program. It's a great way to turn an illegal weapon into tickets to sporting events, concerts, or cash. We've got to keep guns out of our children's hands.
Hi, I'm Brian Austin Green. On 90210, we've dealt with teenagers and guns, and even guns in school. But what about younger kids? What about children that are too young to know whether a gun is real or a toy? And if the gun is real, is it loaded? And if it's loaded, what kind of damage can it do? Scary questions. Here's some facts. There's a gun in 1 out of 2 households in America. 1 out of 2. Every day, 15 kids are killed with guns in America. And how about this? 88% of the children who are injured or killed in unintentional shootings are shot in their own homes or the homes of friends or relatives. People think that keeping a gun at home will protect family members from crime. But did you know that there are 43 fatal shootings of family members for each instance in which a gun at home is used to kill an intruder? The numbers speak for themselves. Yet numbers tend to fade and become just more statistics. Let's watch something a little more personal than numbers. Let's watch some children.
What are your choices? Oh, hey, darling. Okay. Hey, no, none of that. Yeah, I know. Well, I'd rather have to worry about that than all the things that can happen at a public school.
Look at all this neat stuff. I am a prima ballerina. Would you care to dance? No, I can't. I have to go to my office, and I'm already late. Darling, you simply must take me to dinner. I can't. I have to play in the World Series tonight. Hey, Bada. I'm an Indian princess. You will do what I say. You better watch out when you talk to the toughs out on the way.